mic was not working, and this has something to do with my capture software and nothing to do with the game or my system setup. But yeah, I'm going to talk about what they don't tell you about this game. And, a lot of YouTubers out there are, showing off all their stuff and how they're grinding and getting these things. But, a lot of them already have press accounts. And what they don't tell you is that there's quite a bit of problems with this game. And I think the biggest problem is just the level at which you start. And this goes hand in hand with gun modding because I absolutely love how the guns are. The guns, just being able to show it off. I'm going to take a look at it right here. You can do all kinds of stuff to your gun. But once you get to a certain level and once you get certain parts, grinding, is part of any game. But I believe that this game, it's even worse. There's a bunch of reasons why for this. I think the biggest problem is that, just the way the game is set up. It's very brutal. You basically get shot, done. One shot, you're dead. And right now, there's a big disparity between those in the very top and those everybody else. The reason why is because they already started with guns. They already started with a lot of these attachments and things. And I was lucky to find a single piece, a single block, so I can actually attach shit. I have all these attachments, but I can't put them on my gun. And it does make a big difference. Having a red dot, having a scope. It makes a huge difference compared to just a bone stock gun. And when you start, that's all you get. So these are serious problems in my view because it's like, well, you're starting off really shit. I've gone through a whole bunch of raid and you can see there's a lot of empty slots here because, well, I've been losing stuff. Basically came down to just using pistols now, because I don't want to lose all my stuff. That goes into the whole scav thing, but scavs have their own problems. Maybe I'll detail that in the video, but right now the way I look at it is that the fun that I like, which isn't just shooting enemies, and I could just be shooting, NPCs or, just computer opponents, and I'm fine with that. It's hard enough as it is in this game. But, the part I love is modding guns. I love these parts. I love putting on different grips and lights, lasers, sights, stocks, this kind of stuff. It's so great to have all these options. But if we can't get to a certain level, you won't have access to this stuff. And everybody says, oh, well, you got to go grind. Well, grind when there's all kinds of fucking problems. I think the biggest one is the server desync, especially like a day like today, which is before Thanksgiving. Everybody has their day off or night off. There's tons of it. It's really terrible. I'll shoot somebody and maybe 2 seconds later they'll fall. Or you get this guy with a knife, rushes you, you're shooting them, they'll kill you before you even get one shot off. And then you're like, what the fuck happened here, And there's a ton of these guys, with their knives or their tomahawks or whatever, their axes. And you're just like, what the fuck? It doesn't make even sense to bring anything in there. But just that there's all these things that are in the game right now means that there's serious problems with this game. I have no problem playing maybe offline, because then I'm just against computer opponents. And I wish there was just maybe a co-op only mode. Would be more fun for, a little bit more casual player like myself. I'm not a guy that wants to grind or wants to just keep playing. I would rather have this kind of stuff available. And then let's just go shoot computer opponents. I'm fine with that too, But having really tough computer opponents and then having players into it as well makes it an insanely difficult game. And so that's the thing that people don't say. They say it's a hard game. Well, no, it's actually a really hard game. Especially if you don't even buy, a lot of these guys buy the most expensive edition, right? Edge of Darkness or whatever. Pay $140 or $150, whatever it is. Well, then you start out with great guns. You have the largest stash. You have a large gamma container. You start out with a huge advantage. And so, yeah, is it pay to win? Maybe, in somewhat. But, the thing is that, yeah, there's a lot of problems with this game right now. And I've been talking with my friend Tyler, and we're just kind of like deciding what to do. And I told him, well, wait, it's coming to be on sale. I might even just recommend to him to not even buy it. You know, it's coming from, I mean, sure, I played my games, Arma, Call of Duty, PUBG. PUBG is the biggest one, and PUBG is a lot of fun because you get to play with friends. That's a hard game, People don't think it's hard, but it is hard. I've grinded a lot on that game too. And the thing is just, just to get better, getting better at it. But I think Tarkov is a much different game. It's very hardcore. It's very brutal, very unforgiving, and guys who have advantages really have advantages. Um, so I love this part here. I love looting. I love finding pieces. I love putting my gun together. But it's not fun to just grind, 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 and then just kind of like, you know, um, so part of the problem with the game is set up. I mean, of course, the servers just can't handle. It's really bad. On top of that, you know, uh, the whole coming in as a scav. Well, okay, guys come in as scavs, but the only thing they do is loot everything. So if you actually do get there to the boxes or whatever, they're all gone. Everything's empty. And these guys just go in there, run as a scav, because the scavs spawn right where the main pieces are, or where the best things are. And so if they're right next to the loot boxes and you get there later, you're shit out of luck. Other guys are so super loaded. They have all these guns, they have silencers, they have everything. And then they decked out their character too by doing like 2 hours of running. I think Deadly Slob did that. Then they just run straight to the pieces. They just run straight to the loot boxes. Just take everything and then boom, run out, and then they're gone. And then if you take it nice and cautious like you're supposed to in this game, you get there and they're all empty, right? They're all empty. All the scouts are dead. What do you have left? Just scraps. So, I think there's a lot of problems with this game. There's a lot of things that they don't tell you about that. Oh, it's fun. You get to shoot other guys. Well, in an ideal world, I think that would be true. But I think as the state of the game as it is right now, there's no way that it's fun. I don't look at this as fun where it's like where you're grinding and you're not going anywhere. It's a lot of guys have just huge advantages. Um, in that case, I'm just going to tell my friends not to play this game because even if you play it as a group, you just still get owned by these guys that have sniper rifles with silencers, huge scopes, and they're all available once you get to certain levels too. They're all available and you can just purchase them. You don't have to find them anymore. But, once you get to that point, you got millions of dollars already and I know these guys have put in hundreds, if not thousands of hours into this game. And good for them. That's great. But maybe there should be, just like Halo used to have, a skill system, right? Where only these guys will play with only high-level guys, right? Or if you're skill 12, you only see skill 12 guys versus guys like me who just started and just bought the game. I just bought this game a couple of days ago. We shouldn't be in the same game because we're just not at the same level. There's no chance, right? I mean, I look back and look at me. I'm only a level 6. Where's my character thing? I don't even know where it says actually. But anyway, I'm just a level 6, right? Actually, I should be right here. Overall, sorry. It's a level 6. I just started, right? I only went on 19 raids. I only survived 4 of them. When you look at that, right, I've been online for 4 hours. Should I be going against a guy that has 1,000 hours? There's a lot of problems here that I think need to be addressed and need to be fixed. Am I willing to grind 1,000 hours? I don't think so. I have a life. I have a job. I'd like to just enjoy this game, just like any other game. I just want to enjoy it, But, I think they need to look at it again and see, okay, who's this game for? Can we tailor this? Maybe we can have different sections. Like, okay, these are hardcore guys. Let's have the hardcore area. Let's have another section. Okay, these guys only want to do co-op. Let's do co-op, right? Other guys, okay, they just want to do, just maybe just PvP only. No computer enemies. There you go. But there's got to be a way to be able to segment this game because there's a lot here there's a lot to like. I think the biggest one is the game. Just the guns, the amount of work they put into it. The environments are awesome. This is all what I've been dreaming about since I played Stalker. And Stalker has its problems too, right? I mean, it's so buggy as fuck. But let's get real. It's like there should be a way to have something for everybody. And I just look at this and I'm like, man, I don't like going against guys that have thousands of hours, right? That have huge amounts of guns, because there's a huge advantage. There is, especially on just like these. I mean, this is a brutal, hard game, but I'm just going to tell my friends not to buy this. There's no point. Not in this state, not the way it is. And that's what they don't tell you, you know? They just don't tell you that kind of stuff. A lot of guys are just like, well, hey, buy the game, here, play. Of course, they want you to be the sucker. Um, but, you know, I mean, this part here, this weapon modding is what I love. I really do love this, you know? It's great to look at a gun, look at all the parts, look at all the things, and then just shoot up computer opponents, and I'm fine with that. So, you know, maybe I'll just level up, but experience only, right? Just on the offline mode, and we'll see how that goes. You know, I can't believe that they're actually thinking about taking that offline mode off. You know, I mean, like eliminating it once the game is like done, whenever that is, 2019, 2020, who knows, right? But I think that's an integral part, or that should be its own game mode, where you're going just PvE, right? You're just going against computer enemies. And I think there should be a co-op mode. That was one of my favorite things in Ghost Recon, right? It's like you go out there and you shoot NPCs, and I fucking loved it, right? Have a friend, 4 friends, just go out there, you know, in Ghost Recon Wildlands. Oh my God, we had so much fun with that game. You know, that's exactly what I love. Okay, let's put all these pieces. This is way more detailed too when it comes to gun modding than Ghost Recon Wildlands. I mean, there's so much stuff you can do. There's so many parts. They put so much detail in this game that I cannot understand why they just have it like this. So anyway, that's my rant. You know, I'm just going to try and keep playing for a little bit more, but I might wait till the next update. You never know. 2018, who knows? But hopefully they can address some of this stuff. Um, you know, I'm not saying make it like easier. That's not really what I'm saying. I'm just saying that maybe we should segment it, put in modes that would, you know, help out, or just be the thing that, you know, other gamers would want. You know, like computer only mode, or co-op mode. Then you have your PvP. You know, it's like, yeah, but there's a lot of potential in this game. You know, I hate to see it turn into a Destiny or something. That would be kind of bad too. But there's a lot of potential in this game, and I really like this style. It's just, you know, it's really brutally hard. It is. So anyway, so that's my video. Hopefully the audio worked this time, and hopefully I can show some actual like gameplay that makes sense, that really works. Just gonna keep grinding and see how it goes. Otherwise, maybe I'll just, you know, stream offline mode, and so I can build up my character. But anyway, that's the end of the stream. We'll see you later.